In this video, we're going to go through noble gas notation. Let's begin by doing a review problem. So write the shorthand electron configuration for radium, the one that's on the 7th row at the bottom of the periodic table that has 88 electrons. No big deal. We got it. Okay, so let's give it a shot. Up to the 3rd row is no big deal. Everybody knows that. It's 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. Yeah, that part's easy. When we get down to the 4th row, though, we have the D block, so the D block is one behind. So 4s2, 3d10, and then 4p6. Same thing for the 5th row. 5s2, 4d10, and then 5p6. Okay. Now, it gets a little tricky when we get to the 6th row because we have the F block, which, if you watched the last video, I told you that we're going to just kind of pretend like it doesn't exist. But, for this example, there's no way to dance around it. So here we go. So we have 6s2, and then we have the F block, so 4f14. Okay, and then we have the D block, 5d10. And then 6p6. Okay, we made it to the 7th row. This is the 7th row S block, and then we have 2. So 7th row S block, and then the 2nd space. Okay, yeah, add all that up, and you have, what did I say, 88 electrons? Yeah, 88 electrons. Okay, that's crazy. That's a lot to write out. Well, the good news is there's an easier way to do this, and that is noble gas notation. So noble gas notation is a condensed version of electron configuration. Now, shorthand electron configuration is really the long way of writing it out. Noble gas notation is the short way of writing it out. Don't ask me, I don't make the rules. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to replace part of our shorthand notation with a noble gas. Noble gases are elements that are in group 8A or 18. Depends on your periodic table. So this group on the periodic table, the very last column on the right-hand side, those are noble gases. So if we went back and we did radium, which again is number 88, what we do with noble gas notation, so here is radium, we're going to go backwards. We're going to count backwards until we get to a noble gas. So radium is number 88, 87 is francium, 86 is radon. Okay, so what we do is we put radon in parentheses. And then instead of starting from hydrogen, we're replacing, let me go back here, we're replacing the electron configuration for that noble gas. So we're placing this whole piece right here. So 6p6 is that whole piece that I just underlined. That is the electron configuration for radon. And what I do is I just replace the whole first chunk with that, and then I just write whatever's left over, which was 7s2. Wow. That is so much easier than having to write all of this out. So again, noble gas notation is a shortcut to writing electron configuration. We started a noble gas and we basically pick up where we left off, or we're replacing part of our electron configuration with a noble gas in parentheses, just like we did here. So let's do cesium. Okay, cesium is Cs on the periodic table. So let's go back here, and cesium, Cs, is right here. It's number 55. So if I count backwards, 54 is xenon. So I'm going to write xenon in parentheses. And then the rest of the electron configuration is 6s, and cesium is the first space. That's it. So much easier. What about iron? Iron's a little harder because it's not the first or second element. So let's go back and let's find iron on the periodic table. So iron is right here. So if we count backwards, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18 is argon. So we'll put argon in parentheses, and then we start on the fourth row, S block, 1, 2, and then the D block, 3D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it was argon, for S2, 3D, and it was 3D6. All right, what about this? It says write the noble gas configuration for neon. Okay, now this is a rule that you need to know. So if, oh, wait a second, look at this, neon. Neon is a noble gas. So can't I just do this and be done? No, you can't do that. So if you get a noble gas and you want to use noble gas notation, you have to go back to the previous noble gas, which in this case is helium. So I would have to write helium in parentheses and then pick up where I left off. So 2s2, 2p6. Yeah, I know that doesn't really seem like much of a shortcut because really all we're leaving off is 1s2, but it is what it is. If you get another noble gas that's a little bit further down on the periodic table, it might save you a little bit of time. But that is how to do noble gas configuration.